Are you hurt? Let me take a look. You came at a good time. There is something you... According to my patient records, there are a few that haven't come for their follow-up visits. It happens from time to time, but never as regularly as this. Have you heard of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid I agree. Generally speaking, mutual aid societies like these allow patients to share their experiences and support each other. It's a way of countering all the negative. I've got a few patients who have started refusing treatment since joining the society. It certainly makes you wonder. And the most suspicious part is that no matter how much I ask, no one's ever willing to tell me anything about it. And that's where you might be able to... Pretend to be a patient. Help me investigate this so-called mutual aid society. If I find out they're preventing me from doing my job, or if they're bringing harm to my patients, I won't just... Can I entrust you with this task? This little clinic has huge numbers of patients to deal with every day. If I didn't have you here to help me out, I wouldn't be able to focus. Good luck. I'll be sure to thank you properly when you're back.
You. I've seen you in the clinic. You run your cover? Let me guess. Natasha wants you to persuade me to go back for a follow-up. What's the use? I'm terminal. Of course not. Every book I read has descriptions that match my symptoms exactly. I can diagnose myself with a dozen incurable diseases before I get halfway. For people in my situation, a follow-up visit is just a waste of time and money. Not to mention... What else is there to say? Natasha was seeing me free of charge. She said I could keep a tab running for as long as I liked, then pay it back when I had the... You think I need you to tell me? Don't try and persuade me. I've already thought this through. Dr. Vash never charged me anything either. Natasha's great, but Vash was always my number. You think I don't want to? I heard that he... I should keep my voice down. I heard that Natasha had something to do with Dr. Vash's death. They say she was jealous that her brother had stolen her patients, so she... It's just something people were saying. I don't think Dr. Natasha could do something like that. Forget I said anything. Since Dr. Natasha sent you over specially, I'll do her a favor. I'll go to the clinic for my follow-up a little later. Bye.
Avoiding a follow-up visit due to money issues. I should find another patient to talk to.
Take caution.
We have plenty of time.
What was that? Oh, you'll have to be louder. My ears aren't what they used to be. Ah! A follow-up visit. Natasha's a wonderful girl. She always gives me a thorough checkup. But at this age, it's rather a lot to bear. even if they could cure me. That girl's always trying to get me to take my medicine on time. My husband had the same illness as me, but he never touched the medicine. He wanted to make sure I had enough. Then, one day, he said he needed to take care of some things at the mine. He was forever saying he wanted to go before I did. So I miss him. Now that he's gone, you're not wrong, I suppose. That girl certainly spares me no effort. But I always feel like, okay, you win. It's off for... Did you want to say something else? Virtual who? All right, I heard you.
Avoiding a follow-up visit because of her husband. I should find another patient to talk to.
Why haven't I gone for my follow-up visit? Are you a patient too, or did Dr. Natasha send you up? Who else would care about people like... I don't need Dr. Natasha's help now. Tell her to save her worries and medicine for... A dispute? No. I just don't really approve of her methods, that's all. Too idealistic. She tries to save everyone, which means she can't save anyone. In the end, it's the patients who suffer, and she, just miners like me, don't have time for lengthy treatments. If I can't take something and get right back to work, I may as well lie down and wait for death to come knocking. Did you, know Dr. Vash? His wonder medicine is cheap, and the results are immediate. Dr. Vash's medicine is... different. Lots of people make a full recovery after taking it, but some get worse. Even knowing the risk, most people fight tooth and nail to get hold of the medicine. You're smarter than you look. When life forces you to the edge, you'll throw yourself at any opportunity, even if it means risking people like us. A slow and torturous treatment is the same as a death sentence. Forget it. Why am I telling you all this? What? Now you're interested in the what? Listen up. The Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society is still selling that medicine. I can tell you where you must not tell any of this to Dr. Natasha. You hear? If you break the rule, yeah, take this. It's the address. A final warning. Do not reveal this information to Natasha.
I know where to find the wonder medicine. What should I do next? That patient didn't want me to tell Natasha about this. Should I listen to him?
Hey, where do you think you're going? Medicine? Oh, you mean Dr. Vash? You're the same as everyone else that comes through here. If you want, we only take cash. This ain't a charity. The Mutual Aid Society sets the price. It might be different from Dr. Vash and his handouts, but it's a darn sight cheaper than that clinic woman's medicine. Well, are you buying or not? Spit it out. Wait a minute. Your clothes. Are you friends with that doctor woman? I've seen you at the clinic. Get lost. Now. If you're a friend of that woman, then you're not welcome here. Shop's closed today. No.
Wait. What about our medicine? We've been waiting for it.
Get lost, all of you. Save your breath and come back some other time.
That medicine seller sure closed up shop in a hurry. I should head back and report to Natasha.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. We'll be safe here.
I wish you all a journey that is free of illness. So the Mutual Aid Society found Vash's research results. And now they're selling this so-called wonder medicine to patients. Any organization doing something like this is interested in more than just mutual aid. As a doctor, I don't accept that. I'm responsible for their well-being. My attitude towards this wonder medicine won't. What Vash left behind is nothing more than reagents and experimental byproducts. The word medicine doesn't apply. I warned the patients countless times, but seems like they had their heads in the sand all along. No wonder they kept them. I'm guessing the patients you met weren't exactly singing my praises, which is why you tracked the dealer down and made inquiries first. I don't blame you. After everything you heard, I'm grateful you came back to find me. If you're curious about Vash's wonder medicine, you should ask some of the patients in the clinic. See what they have to say about it.
The medicine Vash left behind? That stuff... Can you even call it medicine? I know Dr. Natasha's here, but I have to tell it like it is. Vash had zero medical ethics. He didn't deserve the title doctor. He may have had the capability, but he didn't use it to help anyone. Whenever I went to see him, he never even asked about my illness. He just prescribed me his so-called wonder medicine. If it were you, would you have taken that medicine?
Some people say that Dr. Vash was a saint who came from the overworld to help those in need. People's doctor, that's just what people who've bought into the myth like to say. Vash used to distribute free medicine. The hard truth is that we were just his test subjects. It didn't matter if the medicine worked or not. Of course, I can't control what anyone else thinks.
Well, are you hurt? Let me take a look. I still haven't worked out how to convey it to you. The issues surrounding Vash. I'm guessing you've heard a lot of different opinions on Vash. I want you to go and visit another patient, a victim of the wonder medicine. I want you to see the real consequences of abusing that medicine. Once you've understood her situation, come back and tell me what you think. After that...
Who are you?
Who? And... where's my husband? Where are they? You don't know. They don't know where.
Come over here, child. It's best to leave that poor lady in peace. That poor lady. Both her husband... Yes. Before her family passed away, she was her husband and child caught a mysterious illness. The symptoms weren't grave, but in order to try and rid themselves of the ailment once and for all, they bought some kind of wonder. The two began to suffer terribly, such that death then became a blessing. It wasn't long before they departed this world. From that moment on, oh, she became as you see her now, if Dr. Natasha hadn't taken her. And yet, what more could have been done? They were warned about the medicine. They were told about the risks. Talking about it tires me out. At least my husband and I are able to help.
I wish you all a journey that is free of illness. Did you speak to her? By the look on your face, I'm assuming you've come to understand the wonder medicine all too well. Be it Vash or the Mutual Aid Society, forces like that can take full advantage of the... Let me tell you a story. There was once a brilliant overworld doctor with unmatched pharmaceutical skill. The doctor was set on developing a medicine that would steel the human body against the cold. He named his research met with obstruction time and time again, the biggest factor being a lack of test subjects. Tampering with the human immune system carries... As such, the doctor got in touch with his sister in the underworld, claiming that he wanted... Naturally, his sister was overjoyed. After all, as far as medicine was concerned, she brought her brother underground, and I think you know what comes next. Issuing free medicine to the needy was just Vash's way of conducting experiments on his test subjects. On some level, his reagents were able to alleviate the patient's suffering, but nothing more. They would forget their pain for a while. The result? Patients with mild illness would attribute their recovery to the so-called wonder medicine, while patients with serious illness... I cannot accept that their fate was simply the result of misfortune or risk. No true doctor would accept that. That's why I want you to help me recover all the wonder medicine. Are you willing to take on this assignment? Thank you. This will be hard for the people that have come to rely on the wonder medicine. But it's up to us to remove this false hope. You mustn't hesitate. Recover every last reagent that Vash left behind. I'll take responsibility for the consequences. Don't worry about that. Go. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Stop right there. No one's a... Oh, playing the hero, are we? Wait a minute, you're that clinic woman's lackey, aren't you? did you think the mutual? She's after our medicine and sent you here to smash the place. Men, look lively and send this idiot.
Let's test your knowledge.
This is our chance.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Batter up!
0 points. Next.
Gotta get those vitamins!
Much better.
I need to be brave.
Commencing annihilation.
You have and never stop thinking.
This is our chance.
Looks like somebody needs a doctor. You bully!
I'm asking the question. Let's test your knowledge.
This is our chance.
Eliminating threat.
I hope I helped.
Well, look who we have here. Your reputation precedes you, outsider. I didn't take... Oh, just passing through. And our guards decided to just beat themselves. You listen here. I'm the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. The medicine we hold here is lifeblood for many those poor patients. Along comes a life-saving wonder medicine, only to be snatched away by a shame. The underworld is full of sickness. What would happen if we left it all? My Mutual Aid Society has relieved that doctor of patients at the end of the road. Shouldn't... Seems like you are quite bent on dismantling our operation. Fine, seeing as you came all this way. Men, seize the medicine thief.
Never stop thinking. Fail. Get out.
This is our chance. Batter up! Just a scratch. Rules are made to be broken! Decisive strike!
Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Swamp! I'm not afraid of...
Do you have answer? Let's test your knowledge.
This is our chance.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Time to show... What's in your prescription? Thanks. I'll never forget you.
Hide.
Never stop thinking.
This is our chance. Batter up!
Are you all right?
I'm okay. Let me tend to your wound. I need to be brave.
Eliminating threat.
Let's test your knowledge.
This is our chance.
What about this?
Looks like somebody needs a doctor. Huh? Yeah!
Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next.
Blast it! What did we ever do to you? Why,
Moneymaker? So you admit it then. You're not in this to save lives, you're in it to get...
What are you doing here? Oh, as if we didn't...
Selling fake medicine with false kindness. You should have expected trouble to... I have a responsibility to protect the well-being of my patients. Or to put it another way...
You can't save everyone. The underworld is teeming with sickness.
You're right. I can't save everyone alone. But if I must, I would sacrifice food. The debt that Vash owes to the underworld rests with me. All I can do is help everyone to the best of my ability.
So stubborn. In that sense, you're no different from your...
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Your actions today have saved many underworld families. I'll find a way to dispose of Vash's leftover reagents. Next time the Mutual Aid Society wants to whip up a quack, let's go back to town. I still owe those patients an explanation.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. We'll be safe here.
Uh-oh. It looks like the patients have surrounded Natasha.
What are you saying, Doctor? The wonder medicine is out of supply?
Correct. That medicine is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wildfire, your ailments need rational, scientific treatment. Relying on pseudo-medicine...
Rational and scientific, huh? The way I see it, you're...
How dare you speak to Dr. Natasha?
Ma'am, please, think for a moment. How can you still be siding with her? That wonder medicine was working...
I understand your anger, but as your doctor, I ask you to trust my... I will find a way to access more medical resources and help you through your struggles. If I must, I'll get help from the
The surface. I almost...
Have some respect for Dr. Natasha.
If it's respect she wants, she better find a replacement for the wonder medicine fast. I'm out of here.
Are you hurt? Let me take a look. Oh, you're here. I apologize. I'm okay. If I were in his shoes, I may well have had the same reaction. Now I need to focus on treating the patients and just let's leave it for now. I'll feel a lot better once I've gotten rid. Now's as good a time as any to tell if there's anything you want to know. No, but I used to think we were so close that we may as well have been. I, actually grew up in the orphanage. It wasn't until my adoptive mother always saw me as her own flesh and blood. And Vash loved me like a sister. That is, while we were still... My adoptive parents belonged to a prominent medical family. As kids, we were exposed to all kinds of medical texts. That's a long story. He saw the human body's vulnerability to cold as a disease, and wanted to cure it so that humanity could survive the eternal freeze. If he succeeded... To be honest, I never understood how he'd achieve that blizzard immunity. But I knew his research in the overworld wasn't going well. I used to write to him and ask him to come down and stay with the kids in the orphanage. I was too young to know what long-term frustration could do to a person. During his stay in the underworld, he met patients affected by fragmentum corrosion with mild symptoms. Compared with non-patients, he began to simulate mild fragmentum corrosion, thinking that it could lead to breakthroughs in developing blizzard immune. Those reagents of his aren't cure-alls for critical illness. That doesn't exist. Vash made the reagents to mitigate, but behind my back, he had been doling out the reagents to residents who were kept in the dark. When it finally struck, I trusted Vash with all my heart. Funny, isn't it? When his experiments were exposed, I spent a long time with Oleg. This was shortly before the underworld was sealed off. There were hardly any Silvermane guards remaining. In the end, Oleg suggested that we banish him and permanently deny him access to the underworld. Had his victims found out the truth, Vash would have been torn to pieces by furious underworlders. I was young and weak at the time. I hope so. The day I learned the truth was the day I no longer recognized my brother. Oleg and I took Vash to the overworld. He made his final request to us. To take him out, his figure gradually disappeared into the snow curtain. Forgive me. I'm not good at telling stories. But let's call it a day. Thank you for cleaning up the mess my brother left behind. Here, for your trouble.
Clocking off. Finally.
You! Hey, you! Stop! You are... I'm not a sidekick. I'm second in command. We got trouble. The boss went to the Great Mine along, and she refused to let anyone go with her. I feel like she's doing something dangerous. Versman is in the mines. It seems like the boss heard some bad news about him. She even took her Diggertron. Is she preparing for a fight with... There's lots of bad guys in the mines. Miss Natasha said kids ain't allowed to go in. Go check on her for us now. He's Hook's daddy. And he's like a daddy to everyone in the moles. He's like a great person. Thank you. Please hurry.
High threat target ahead.
Calm down, calm down. We're all here to work for a living.
Save it! We treated you as our leader, but look how you... Such a rat! You sold the intel about the vein to Antonia, but we discovered it first. Now we lost the mine, and we have to work for those guys. Traitor! Well, nothing to say for yourself, huh? So you would...
Go away, you brutes! Don't bully my daddy!
Oh, little Hook? Oh, no, you have it wrong. It's your daddy who...
Daddy?
Yes, I told Antonia about the vein, but I was the first one to discover it. I have the right to do anything with it.
It's only because you have that detector. Let's see who's boss when...
Back off! I was thinking about the bigger picture when I did that.
Well, I think someone needs to teach you a lesson.
You'll never lay a finger on Daddy without It's you!
Another punching bag? Fine by me. I'll kick all your butt.
I'm
I want to
asking the
protect everyone
questions.
too. Help me, Mr. Sparrow!
Let's test your knowledge.
This is our chance.
SAS per kip. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Yeah!
0 points. Next.
Rules are made to be broken!
Daddy, are you hurt? Don't worry about me. I have Diggertron.
Good. That's good. And don't be afraid, young man. Your injury isn't fatal. I remember. You are the outsiders Natasha mentioned before, right? I heard that you helped resolve some conflicts around the mines when you arrived. And again today. The conflicts between the Vagrants and the mining team have lasted for quite a long time. Even if you have just...
Daddy, let's go to the old witch's clinic. You're seriously hurt.
But the vein detector that rapscallion was after, somebody already stole it from. It's just a tool. I guess I should let it go. Let's...
Can I have some? Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. We'll be safe here.
I've taken care of your wounds. I'm running short on medical supplies these days, though, so behave yourselves and stay away from trouble. You hear me? Don't pretend you didn't hear that, Hook. I'm talking to you.
Hook wasn't the one that caused trouble. It was those bad guys. We were just defending ourselves. Ask him. See?
You are gonna spoil that kid. That's enough for now. I'll say this one last time, Hook. If you cause any trouble again, I'll take Diggertron away. Do you understand?
Hook understands.
The boss of the moles should stick to her word. I have patients to take care of. See you later.
Thank you again. If it weren't for you and Dr. Natasha, Hook and I probably would have been in big trouble. Well, a few days ago, I found a geomarrow vein using a vein detector, and I sold this info to Antonia. Then, those vagrants heard about it and accused me of being a traitor. They believe that since I'm also a vagrant who came from another mine and ended up in here for a living, I should naturally be on their side. The mining team could not agree with that, of course.
Daddy? Are we short on money? What?
My poor child. Daddy is old now. Who knows how long I can stay by your side? People say I'm selfish, think I'm a traitor, but it doesn't matter to me. All you need to know is when I'm gone, you will have...
Daddy...
Forget about it. Since I've got the money from the mining team, I have nothing. It's just a shame that I lost my vein detector. It was... It's an ancient relic that I found in a mine. People say it's a device that mining teams use for detecting geomarrow. I often carried it around looking for a fresh claim. Perhaps some villains up to no good took notice. It's a rare device, you know. No one does... Anyway, I guess I don't need the detector anymore. The less trouble, the better. I shouldn't care who stole my device.
Hook seems to be giving me a look like, I want to talk to you outside the clinic now. So that's why people call eyes the windows to the soul.
Wait! Hook needs you to help with something. Well, I haven't said what we're gonna do, but that's the spirit. You truly are. That detector is Daddy's treasure, so I gotta get it back. All right then. I'll be waiting for you at the shelter in the mine, big. I mean, see ya. Too slow, honorary member of the moles. You should have gotten here before. Let me introduce you to Sweta. She is Daddy's most trusted miner.
Not at all. Mr. Fursman trusts every vagrant, and every one of us trusts Mr. But after what happened over at that Geomarrow vein...
I'm here to find Daddy's treasure. His vein detector.
Well, I would guess that's probably after the conflict in the mine. Wildfire gathered everyone out of the shelter and took a head count to check on the wounded. When we returned to the shelter, Mr. Fursman's detector was gone. We searched all around the shelter but found nothing. I guess one of those 4 people. Yes. The shelter was usually crowded, so thieves would have had a hard time stealing things when everyone was around. We vagrants have our dignity, too. I'm sure we will catch...
But...
Actually, we've already asked those 4 suspects about it. But they all claim to not have stolen anything. Of course, we could never expect thieves to confess and turn themselves in, right? In my opinion, one of those 4 was... Doesn't seem like all 4 suspects are at the shelter. If you're feeling confident, why not give it a try? Maybe you can determine who the thief is.
Adults are so dishonest. Hook's gonna question them one by...
Well, well, well. What's this? Playing detective, are we?
Spill it! Did you steal...
You little brat. How dare you label me a thief? Someone needs to give you a good lesson on manners. I'm an...
Anyone can say that. If you really didn't steal anything...
Oh, you have a temper, huh? All right, I'll spare... Well, I don't want to be a snitch, but out of my respect for Fursman, the helper over there, I saw him sneak into Fursman's tent and come out holding a box. See? Isn't he the most suspicious one? I don't care if you believe me or not. I told you all I know. Now leave me alone if you don't have any more questions.
Hook? What's the matter?
Did you steal Daddy's detector?
What? Oh, if I'd known I would become a suspect, I wouldn't have gone out at that time. How foolish.
We just need you to answer a few questions.
Okay. Ask away. It would be good to clear myself of suspicion.
Nothing special. I just went out to get some fresh air. Oh dear, oh dear. I know that's a lame alibi, but I swear. Mr. Firstman, he's a good person. Oh, no, oh, no. I must sound very suspicious, but I really didn't do anything. You have to believe me. Detector? No, I haven't seen anything. Said all the questions you have. Have I proven my innocence? Oh dear.
Did you steal Daddy's detector?
What? How could you say that? You're gonna make... You know what a businessman values the most? Reputation. If your slander ruins my reputation and harms my business, you'll pay for that.
Well, then answer our questions. We'll decide.
I have the right to remain silent. I withhold my opinion. No, come.
Ugh, I'll give you one more chance. Think carefully.
I've seen all sorts of things in my life. Why would I be afraid of you two? Here, how about we make a deal? I'll tell you what I know, and... Great! I like your style. Customers who don't fuss over the price are the best. So what do you... I went into town to restock. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? I restock on a regular basis, everyone knows that. I was wondering... Versman is an old customer of mine. He's pretty nice to me, though we are not so close. As to what he did about... We're all neighbors. We've known each other for a long time. But he sold out to the other side and left his own people out to dry. Look, the cook is definitely the thief. I'm sure about that. I value my reputation more than it. In my line of work, I've learned to read people. And something's definitely fishy with that cook. I could tell from the start. If you don't believe me, just ask it.
Did you steal Daddy's detector?
Nope. I'm no thief.
Really? Then you better answer our questions on...
Ask away. Let's not waste time. Spacing it. Didn't notice anything. Good man. But a bit of a cheapskate. Nope. What detector?
Hey, would you mind talking more
What? I always talk like this.
I don't feel like she's... Well, it's the hunch of Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Hook's head is spinning. Do you...
Don't worry, I've written it all down for you. Remember, among these 4 people, only the real thief would lie. The cook said the helper did it. The tailor said it wasn't her. The merchant said it was the cook, and...
I don't know why, but... Oh, come on. Let's go accuse... Huh? Where's the cook? Where did he go?
Beats me. I saw him running out in quite a...
That guy has to be guilty! Oh, yeah. I saw Mr. Sampo on the way to the mine when I came here. Follow Hook! Mr. Sampo should be that... Mr. Sampo's always at the clinic hanging around Miss Natasha. Hook thought he was really sick or something. If he's working with the thief, then he's also a bad guy.
If you find any components, can I have them?
My friend, are you serious? This device is quite rare. Are you really willing to sell it to me?
No, why are you making this so complicated? Do you want it or not? Just...
You two stop right there! Pitch Dark Hook the Great has arrived!
Oh, boy. I knew it was too good to be true. I gotta make this clear. I have nothing to do with this fella. You have to trust me, Miss Hook.
Hey! How can you sell me out like that? We had a deal!
You stole Daddy's treasure!
This is all that old Bursman's fault! Just because he...
Well, it seems you guys have some issues to sort out, so maybe I should leave.
What kind of a reason are you looking for? With the underworld in such a sad state. Anyway, I got the device.
Diggertron, get ready.
Do you have answers? Let's test your knowledge.
This is our chance.
Yeah!
Stay back, Clara.
Looks like somebody needs a doctor. Look, listen, feel, kick!
I need to be brave.
Hide.
Never stop thinking. Fail. Get out.
Let's go.
I'm not afraid of you.
Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next.
You sure talk tough for someone who can't fight. Come on, hand... No, Daddy's treasure! It's brown.
Hey! Now this is Sampo's time. Of course! I wouldn't want to miss out on seeing you and... Listen here. There's a fellow in Bouldertown they call Balloway the Miner's Lamp. He's an appraiser. Although he claims that he doesn't do appraisals anymore for ancient relics, he actually still does a bit behind the scenes. I think this device of yours is probably worth a lot. It might be a good idea. Here's a trick. First, pretend that you want to sell it for a low price, then wait for him to excitedly fix the device for you. After it's fixed, tell him you changed your mind. This business tactic is what I call...
Balloway the Miner's Lamp. Got it. Think it's going to town to find him.
Have a safe trip!
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. We'll be safe here.
I'm already retired from appraising ancient relics, so unless this detect...
Look at this! The detector's probe broke off.
Oh, ho, ho. This certainly is a rare relic.
Yes! Look extra close. You have to help Hook fix...
This device... I've been in the business for a long time, but I think this is probably beyond repair. But still, it is a rare treasure. The detector's probe is gone. It's like searching for something without eyes or ears. Now, it's nothing more than a pile of junk with no practical... I'm willing to offer a generous price for this thing.
right then, let's go.
Where have you been, Hook? I was just about to go looking for you. Come on, let's go home. I'll cook some salt. What's wrong with this kid? Vein detector? The one I
Big Brother and Hook helped Daddy catch the thief that stole it. But Daddy's detector.
So it was stolen.
I'm fine. Daddy, can you see if your
The geomarrow probe is damaged.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
What are you apologizing for?
But Daddy's treasure.
Don't cry, Hawk. Daddy's true treasure.
You can cry.
The detector helped me find lots of geomarrow veins, and it saved the mining team a lot of money. But at the end of the day, the detector is just a tool.
Doesn't.
It's okay. I'm
So, the treasure Daddy
is still happily running and
You're not allowed to see Hook